Hello, Jessica Frost Ballas here with a video for Lawnfawn. Today I'm creating a spooky Wicked themed Halloween card using stamps from the new release, so let's get started. First I place the nighttime sky stencil over a panel of white cardstock. I tape the main moon outline in place and then lightly blend antique linen distress oxide ink around the edges and randomly in the center. This helps give the moon a little more of a dimensional appearance. Then I shift the stencil to continue the design. I still blend antique linen over the stencil, but this time I use a heavier hand to transfer more of the ink. This helps give a more intentional look to the moon and works well with the original lighter shading. Once I'm finished, I let it dry for a few minutes. Next, I take the round circle die included in the stencil set and apply repositionable adhesive to the center. Then I use that to mask off the stenciled moon, leaving the rest of the sky open. I want to create a spooky Halloween sky, so I start by blending milled lavender around the outline of the moon. Then I add a heavier band of wilted violet. Finally, I add villainous potion around the edges. I go back and forth between each color until I have a smooth blend between colors. You can see that I have a dark purple smudge on the right side of the moon initially, but as I add more of the lighter color, it begins to blend in until you can't see that initial mistake. After I finish blending, I carefully remove the mask and then dry the panel with my heat gun. Then I add splatters of water and iridescent shimmer spray to create a sparkly star-filled sky. I set that aside to dry completely while I work on my stamped images. I stamped the cute witch and princess mouse from Halloween Mice onto white cardstock and colored them with Copic markers. I'm going for a Wicked theme, so I colored my witch mouse green using YG01, 03, and BG13, which gives her that bright green color. I used toner grays for my other mouse and RV10, 2, 4, and 14 for her dress. Once I finish coloring, I die cut them with the coordinating dies. Next, I die cut the Puffy Cloud portrait backdrop die from white cardstock. I mark off the two upper clouds and trim them off to reveal my moonlit sky. Next, I figure out the placement for my colored images and then stamp the sentiment from Halloween Mice onto the bottom left corner of the cloud panel with black ink. Then I adhere the cloud panel over my blended panel. I also die cut a cloud from the rainbow die set and adhere the mouse onto that cloud. I adhere all my images to the background and then add accents with a white gel pen and a glitter pen. Finally, I add Nouveau Crystal Glaze to parts of their costumes and the cloud and sprinkle the cloud with chunky and prisma glitter to help it stand out from the cloud backdrop and add a little extra sparkle. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Be sure to subscribe to the lawnfawn channel for even more crafty inspiration. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, have an amazing day and happy crafting. Bye!